Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lune Alchemy Tarot again, and today I'm going to do a 2026 Scorpio collective reading. I am going to split in 3 sections. I would do a section for love, and then a section for career, and then I'll do a section for general messages. And I am using the Starlit Dreams Tarot. I'm getting more tarot decks in the future. If I am confused about anything, I would look into the tarot guidebook. And I will use extra messages or extra confirmation by using the open heart deck that shares some messages or affirmations. And I would also do extra messages for love using the Romance Oracle cards, the Romance Angels Oracle cards. And I am sort of nervous and excited because I am also Scorpio. And as you can see, I'm wearing black for the Scorpio reading. So we'll see how it goes. A little excited, a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes, okay? Scorpio 2026 reading. All right, please, guys, spirit guides, angels, higher divine spirit, please help me clarify the question. How will love be like? What will love be like for Scorpios 2026? Please give me three cards, spirit. And if more wants to come out, then I'll use that as clarifier, okay? All right, one more. Looks like 2 already jumped out. All right, I'll take that. All right, looks like we got 5 cards instead of 3. All right, I'll take it. So the first card, we got the star. So you see how there's the, shooting star in the background. The star is right on the water. The star is smiling. There's green in the background. So to interpret this for love 2026 for Scorpios, I think that you were going to be seen as a star. And also maybe the person that you like, you probably like somebody that has star quality, someone who's charismatic, someone who likes to stand out in a crowd, someone who likes to be in the spotlight, or some people that could be standing in the background but have that star quality, because sometimes you don't have to be in the forefront to have that star quality. You don't have to be loud to be a star, because for some people, they rather be a star in their own unique way. You don't have to do let's say a person don't have to be a model to be a star. A person don't have to be a famous musician to be a star. The person could just be a songwriter and write for a famous celebrity, and they can eventually become a star, right? So I'm just going to use that as an example. So for the person that you may end up liking, remember, this is gender neutral, a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. It just depends on what you guys like, what you guys are interested in. But anyways, you guys might like someone who stands out, whether they're in the forefront or whether they're in the background. It's just someone that stands out to you in your eyes, someone that has a star quality. And then for us, we probably also have that star quality too, because many Scorpios are popular because they're unique in different ways. We come off a little darker to certain people, and people are intrigued by that mysterious aura, okay? All right, so the second part is the moon. So with the moon is that we are probably coming out of that feeling of feeling confused, because this is upright, so there's a path. You see the bunny and the dog? They see the path ahead. The moon is illuminating the water. We should follow by our intuition. And we're water signs, so we're really big on that intuition and feeling. We think more with our heart than our head sometimes. And unfortunately, we have to think using both, we have to be balanced. In life, we have to be balanced to make it through, And we have to be very balanced and followed by our intuition. And whether we get it through our dreams, whether we get it through signs, whether we get it through angel numbers, whether we read between the lines of what someone is saying. So based on relationships, If someone, we can pick up on energy too. So if someone is saying something and they're saying in a certain tone and we're reading the tone, we're usually correct on reading the tones because we're actually very intuitive. And I'm not just saying for all Scorpios, because some Scorpios can have certain things in their birth chart that they don't come off as a Scorpio, okay? So, with that being said, this is being upright. Eventually, whatever is left in the dark and whatever we're confused about in a relationship, or if we want to let somebody go, eventually, Spirit will tell us when to let that person go and when to move on. And, or it could be that we kind of know where the other person's head is at, whether they like us or not, or whether they want to come towards us. It just depends on what you guys are going through, whatever resonates, okay? So we're not confused. We're not going to be left in the dark for long. If it's in reverse, we're going to be left in the dark for a long time. We're really confused. But with this, although we're in the confused environment, we're in a confused area right now, but we're not acting out of fear. We're just going to go for it, and we'll eventually get the answer that we need, okay? And then we got the Page of Wands. So I don't know if any of you guys are dealing with a fire sign, whether that's a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It doesn't have to be. Or it may be us, that we're coming off that way to potential suitors, coming off very fiery, very passionate, because Scorpio is also ruled by Mars, just like Aries people, but we're also co-ruled by Pluto. Well, we're ruled by Pluto, but co-ruled by Mars, basically. So we still have that passionate side within us, but we're just not as direct as a fire sign or an Aries, okay? But with that being said, maybe you guys tend to like somebody who's very passionate, who are more blunt, who is going to go out there and come and get you, who's going to go out there to tell them they like you, because we're more observant people, so we probably like to lay low, sit back, and let the other person comes toward us. But sometimes we also have to take that initiative to let that person know too, so then we don't let that slip away. We don't want that to go away, if you really like that person, okay? So maybe you guys like someone who's very passionate, and because it's upright, and this is the Page of Wands, so this is a young energy still. So maybe you guys like someone that is very blunt, very go-getter, is ready to go after anything. And because this is a young energy, they're probably gonna do stuff and say certain things before thinking. Unlike like the King of Wands, they'll probably sit back a little more, and they know their power, they know what they're capable of, they know what they're gonna end up doing and how to get things. But with the Page of Wands, they're gonna just straight up go and get what they want because they're in the young energy right now. So this is, if you guys like a fire sign. If not, it could be just someone coming off that way, or you guys can also be acting as you guys should also be acting as a fire sign to get what you want, basically. And then the Judgment. So this is the call to heavens. See how the angels with the wings, this is upright. If it's in reverse, this means that God or spirit, high divine beings, is not like taking part or kind of helping you guys throughout your situation. But with this being upright, if you guys are dealing with a certain heartbreak or getting out of a certain relationship, a certain toxic relationship, Judgment is gonna be called upon that, and they're gonna give you that intuition to let that go, or they're gonna make something happen. Sometimes things happen without us doing anything, because the person will probably let us know that they're no longer interested, or they feel like this isn't working out. So they're probably just going to go on their way and we go on our own way, right? But if you're looking into somebody and you're interested in that person, the Judgment will probably make you feel like they're going to push you into finding the right person at the right time too, because the angels are in the skies tooting the horn. So that means that this is divine is sent, whatever relationship is coming, whether platonic or romantic. But I am asking for love. So for love, in 2026, I think that many Scorpios are probably going to meet the love of their life, okay? And then the last one, it's funny because I had this one, Page of Wands, upright, and then the King of Wands in reverse, which I already talked about. So that means that the person that you like has the potential to become the King of Wands, but they're in the Page of Wands energy right now, so they're still in the young energy. Eventually, we all evolved, and they'll end up becoming the King of Wands, right? With the King of Wands upright, though, this means that they already know what they want. They're going to sit there. They know how to plan things. They know how to take action. They know how to manipulate things, because with the King of Wands, too, they're sitting back. They're letting other people do their job for them. They're letting other people do the dirty work for them, right? But because this is in reverse, they're not, whoever you like, right, is not in this King energy. They're more in this Page of Wands energy. So they're just going to be blunt, and they're just going to go after what they want. But they're not very confident yet to just kind of sit back and let everything unfold, okay? So it seems like love 2026 will be good for plenty of Scorpios. Remember, take whatever resonates, because not every Scorpio is going to align, because it's based on your birth chart, where the planets align, and the degrees and stuff like that, all right? So now I'm going to do 2026 career for Scorpio, okay? Please, God, Spirit, guys, higher divine Spirit, please help me clarify the question. How will the career be like for Scorpio 2026, okay? Please give me 3 cards for Scorpio 2026 career. Please give me 3 cards, Spirit. Please give me 3 cards for Scorpio career 2026. And if more wants to come out, I use that as a clarifier. Please give me 3 cards, Spirit. Scorpio 2026. Please give me 3 cards, Scorpio 2026. Career 2026. Please give me 3 cards. Oh, alright, these 2 came out. Please give me 1 more card, Spirit, for Scorpio 2026 career. Oh, that's too much. Looks like Scorpio wanted to tell a story, but yeah, that's not going to happen. All right. Please give me 1 more card, Spirit, for career 2026. All right. All right, I'm going to take these 5 cards that came up. Okay. So with the first one is the 6 of Wands in reverse. So for many of the Scorpios, you guys are probably confused with what route to take next, because if this is upright, this person's triumphant, right? With the Wands energy, so the fire energy, they're acting on their passions. You see the people in the background, you got people cheering them on. They probably just came back from a victory, because you see the gate, they came back towards the path, and there's a bunch of people cheering them on. But because it's in reverse, I think plenty of Scorpios are still contemplating on their next path, their next goal move, still working on that goal, because they're quite still not there yet, probably still in a contemplating phase. Because even for me as a Scorpio, I'm still working towards my success. I'm still correcting certain things in my life. I'm still checking off my goal list in my manifestation. So I'm still doing a lot. I still feel like I don't have a lot of ducks in a row to start certain things in my life, okay? So maybe that's also going on for plenty of Scorpios right now. We're still not, because we're such high achievers too, we feel like if we're not all that ready yet, we're not going to feel complete, okay? And then with the Hanged Man in reverse, in correlation to the Six of Wands in the reverse as well, we're not at a standstill, because if this is upright, we're at a standstill, we're observing, we're just letting everything unfold. But because this is in reverse, we're actually very confused within the mind, based on our career. We don't know the correct path to take yet. Eventually it'll be upright, right? But it's in reverse right now. So these two are saying that we're confused. We're probably feeling like we're not adept enough to take the next step. And because we're water signs too, I think we feel a lot of intuition. We sometimes don't take the necessary action, which we're supposed to. We're supposed to take that necessary action, but because we're so slow moving, water energy is just as slow moving as earth energy to me, that sometimes I think we wait a little too long before, the water runs dry. And I think that sometimes we should just go get it, even if it's out of fear. Okay. And then, but this is a really good card though. We got the Empress. So I think some of you guys, some Scorpios out there, whatever job that you go into, whether this is a business venture or a second job, or you're probably planning to get a new job, is going to be abundant, because the Empress, usually in plenty of tarot decks, she's usually pregnant. It'll say that with pregnancy is an abundance of a new idea. And she's holding flowers. She's very happy. You see, she got the blush on. You got the stars in the background. She got the crown, So the Empress, she's in her glory. She's in her power. That means that she has the capacity to be the Empress. So Scorpios, you have the power to manifest a lot of things. You have that within you. You got to follow your intuition. But because right now you're in reverse with the Six of Wands, and also the Hanged Man, I think you're in your head a lot. You're using more of your feelings, and you're acting more on your emotions than logic sometimes. And you need both, okay? But you have the capacity to be the Empress. And then, yep, with the King of Pentacles, right? It's a slow moving energy. It's an earth energy. You have to be grounded. You have to think with your heart and your head at the same time. Because with this being upright, you have the abundance. You're the king. You have the abundance. You're royalty, right? But then because this is in reverse, you're not ready to take on the throne yet. You're not at that level of feeling abundant enough to take a break, because you're just going and going and going, and you don't feel like you can take a break, because you're not all the way there. Because that's how I'm feeling right now. I feel like I'm not all the way there yet in order to take breaks. I'm just constantly doing different things, And then with the Hierophant though, the Hierophant, it's like a very spiritual being, But you see how there's the church in the background? So you got to follow by your intuition a lot. A lot of water signs, not just Scorpios, but Pisces and Cancers too, got to rely a lot on the intuition. And we got to be, work on our spirituality a lot, because the water sign is very intuitive. More than likely, your dreams are going to come true, but you just got to take action. And then write down your manifestations. Say those affirmations. Listen to Reiki to heal yourself. Take a break. Pray to God. Pray to higher divine, whatever you believe in. Because the more you believe in something, the quicker it's going to happen. Because as long as you have hope, anything can happen, okay? All right, so that's career 2026 for Scorpio. And then I will do general messages. Anything that wants to come out extra for love or for career, please, God, Spirit guides, higher divine spirit, please help me clarify for Scorpio 2026 for any extra general messages. Please give me 3 cards, Spirit. I don't know why, but for Scorpio, it seems like plenty of things want to come out. I think that a lot of Scorpios right now is very scattered. The feelings are scattered. So you guys need to take a break and be more in solitude right now. That's what Spirit is telling me. All right. Please give me 3 cards for general messages for Scorpio 2026. 3 cards, and if any more wants to come out, or use it as clarify. So that's one that came out. Please give me 2 more cards. Please give me 2 more cards for Scorpio 2026. General messages. General messages. Ooh, okay, what was that? Oh, that was upright. Okay, and then one more, please, Spirit, for Scorpio 2026 general messages. One more, Spirit, for general messages. Scorpio is stubborn energy too. Fixed sign. All right, one more, please. One more card, please. There you go. All right, I'll take that. All right. For general messages, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. With the upright, if it was upright, you guys are very clear about how much you're making. I think you're content with how much you're making. But because this is in reverse, I don't think plenty of Scorpios are very content right now. It just feels like in 2026 they're probably still working on the abundance, still working on a goal, still working on finishing school, still working on completing a job, or finding other career opportunities at the same time. So right now we're not content. So plenty of us, it just seems like all the sections that I've done so far, whether that's love and career, it seems like we're not happy enough with ourselves. So I mean, this card has the capability of being abundant, but it's in reverse right now. So that means that we're not content with ourselves, even though we have that capability of doing a lot of things, and have that magic within us. We just don't feel confident enough because we're probably going through a lot of mental health issues. And with Scorpio too, a lot of water signs go through a lot of mental health issues because we don't know how to ground ourselves. Okay, so learn how to ground yourself and learn how to be grateful for what you have, because I know that Scorpios tend to always want to have more, right? But always remember to be grateful, because being grateful with what you have, even if it's really little, eventually you'll get more. Okay, your life isn't over, just to let you know that. And then we got the High Priestess, right? This is also in correlation to the last section I did with the Hierophant. So we're meant to be very spiritual people, water signs. You got the halo in the background, you got the Bible, or whatever she's reading, the scriptures. Then you got the star and the moon and the sprinkling, the sparkling, all that good stuff, right? We got to follow by our intuition, because our intuition doesn't go wrong. This is upright. It's not like she's confused about her intuition. She knows what the step that she needs to take. But sometimes, because Scorpios tend to be in their head a lot, so we keep ourselves stuck sometimes. But we have the capability to move forward. And our spirituality and the intensity of our passion is very strong. Okay, just like fire signs, we can also be passionate. We can also take action, because Mars co-ruled by Pluto is a very intense energy. But you just got to know how to channel that energy, okay? And then plenty of Scorpios are probably going through a heartbreak right now. I don't know what it is, but in 2026, you guys are probably still going through a heartbreak, okay? If it was in reverse, you guys would have been good. It was slowly surely you guys are healing, okay? But because it's upright, I think you guys are just getting out of a certain bad relationship or a certain bad career or certain job. You guys are still hurt about something that happened, okay? But eventually, you know, bad things don't last forever, okay? So just understand that. And this is the air quality, okay? So use this is a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini card with the swords, okay? So just use your intellect and use your smarts to get out of a certain heartbreak, okay? All right, so that's general messages for Scorpio 2026. And now I am going to get the open heart deck to give extra affirmations, extra messages that we may need. Let's see. All right. Please, God, Spirit, guys, higher divine spirit, please help me get some extra messages for Scorpio 2026. And I won't take these in reversals. I'll just read upright. One came out. Please give me two more, Spirit. Please give me two more, Spirit. For Scorpio 2026. Two more, Spirit. Scorpio 2026. Give me two more, Spirit, for Scorpio 2026. Oh, that's too much. See, Scorpio is very scattered right now. The feelings are very scattered. Plenty of things want to come out. Plenty of messages want to come out. It's not clear. I'll take that one. And one more, Spirit. One more message. Okay, I'll take that. All right. So, you got the longing card. It says craving, aching, and wanting. So, whether this based on relationship or a new career, I think plenty of Scorpios are wanting more. They're longing for more. But because of the other sections is stating that we're in our head a lot, we're not thinking clearly. So we're aching, but we're just not taking the necessary actions, because I think plenty of us are going through a lot of mental health challenges right now. But eventually, we'll get out of it, okay? This is kind of a gloomy card. Look at the color. It's pretty dark, okay? And then, see? I think that... See, it says withdrawn. I think that plenty of Scorpios are feeling lonely right now in 2026. It says single, lonely, and in solitary. This is also a gloomy card. It's very dark and depressing. So I think that we gotta be happy with when we're single. And once we're happy when we're single, we'll be able to find the right person. Because if you're not confident with being alone, you will never find the right person. Because if you're not happy within yourself, you're going to find someone that kind of reflects and mirror the energy towards you, and that won't be good. That will come off toxic. And although Scorpios like that toxicity sometimes, it's not good for us, okay? From one Scorpio to the other, don't do that, okay? And so we're acting withdrawn, and maybe this is telling us to be a little withdrawn, so then we can gather our thoughts and then think things through. Because when you're in solitude, that's when you think straight, okay? And then there is a breaking point. So there's a limit, the final straw, and feeling overwhelmed. See? So Scorpio 2026, you guys are probably going through a lot right now. Whether you guys are helping a family member, going through a breakup, losing a job, I think you guys are struggling a lot. in 2026, you guys are probably coming out of it. But you guys, hopefully by the end of 2026, because I feel like this energy is going to linger at the beginning or the middle of the 2026, okay? So just be strong. You guys are very strong. You guys are ruled by Mars and Pluto. You guys have the capability of transforming through those struggles, through those experiences, and come out rising like the phoenix, okay? And then last but not least, we're going to do the Romans Angels Oracle card. So just extra messages for love. Please, God, Spirit, guys, higher divine Spirit, please help me get some extra messages for Scorpio 2026 for love. Please give me 3 cards, Spirit. Please give me 3 cards, Spirit. And if more wants to come out, then I'll take it as a clarifying. Please give me 3 cards, Spirit. Oh, that one wanted to come out. All right, 2 more. And I won't read these in reversals. Please give me 2 more cards, Spirit. Please give me 2 more cards, Spirit. Okay. 2 more cards, Spirit. For extra love messages, Scorpio 2026. All right, 1 more. 1 more, Spirit. Okay. Yep, that's 3. All right, so the first one says free yourself. See how everything relates? It says it's time to take back control of your life. So I don't know if some of you guys are feeling controlled by certain life aspects. I don't know if you guys are feeling like you can't lose a job, you can't quit your job, or if you guys can't lose the person because you guys are in a codependent relationship. Maybe you're living together and then you probably feel like you're struggling. I don't know if some of you guys are controlled by a family member, and you can't be free to do what you want to do. But this is calling you guys to take that action to free yourself. No matter how hard it gets, but you guys are strong, okay? So get out of those shackles. Have a heart-to-heart conversation. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So if you're liking somebody, or say if you no longer want to be with somebody, have the heart-to-heart conversation, okay? Because if it's toxic, you don't want that. It's just gonna keep going, you know. You need that. You need that stress reliever. And if you're single and you're looking for somebody, have that heart-to-heart conversation and let them know, because you don't want that to slip away, okay? And then the last one is religious factors. See, with Scorpio, you guys have to be are very spiritual people, okay? So you guys have to listen to the signs that you're getting, whether through angel numbers, whether through a sign that you've seen while driving, certain birds flying in the air. You guys got to read all the signs to understand, okay? It says religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I think that whatever you guys believe in, remember, no discrimination. Whatever you believe in, whether that's a certain God or deity or a higher spirit or whatever you guys believe in, I think that that entity will guide you to the right place or the right time, whether through a career or through love, but mainly this is for love. I know that it seems like all the sessions, it seems like you're confused and you're longing for love and you're feeling lonely right now. But as long as you're comfortable with yourself right now and being confident and being content with yourself and working on yourself every day to be the better person, to be the best person you could be, with religious factors, through prayers and through action, you guys will get what you want. Just manifest it. Just picture the person you want. Just write down the characteristics of the person you want, and you'll eventually get it, okay? All right, that is Scorpio 2026 reading. Please, all the Scorpios out there, please help me out. You know, Scorpio, help each other out. I appreciate all the views, all the likes, all the subscribers. And yeah, I want you guys to support me because we're all Scorpios, and this takes a lot of for me to read sometimes, and I would definitely appreciate it. I wish that you guys have a great day or great night wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.